You are looking live at our SkyTracker 11 St. Luke's Hospital cam. Very breezy outside, 62 degrees. We are keeping our eyes on some severe weather that's been rolling through, but we also have a fun treat that we're keeping our eyes on as well here in the studio.
For lots of kids in our area, spring break is here, right? And to celebrate spring break, one of the things that we're doing is talking with Imagination Station because they are hosting some egg sighting and egg stream activities.
She'll be here all week, try the veal. The chief scientist, his name is Carl Nelson, is here this morning to show us a little bit about what you can find at the Science Museum. Hey there, how are you this morning?
Good. We got lots of really cool stuff going on all throughout the month of April, and we sort of theme things as egg stream science. And so one of the first things I thought
And we have a microphone here for you so everybody can hear you a little bit better. This is
Imagine
simple
that.
science.
That's a newfound invention there.
Simple science with the mic. Here we go.
Okay, so we're doing extreme egg science, if you will, or egg stream science throughout the month. And one of the cool things you can do, and you can actually do it at home.
Okay.
Oh,
Really,
no.
really easy.
Really, kids, turn off the TV now.
No, this is really neat.
Okay.
All you need is some vinegar and some raw eggs. All right?
Raw, unboiled.
Unboiled eggs.
Okay.
Right out of the old containers, right? So you get your raw egg, fill up a glass with the vinegar, and just dunk the egg in.
Okay.
Now-
and it's not going to crack. You just want to drop
No,
it.
just gently drop it in. And in fact, I did that yesterday with this egg. all right?
Ooh, and it's
you
bubbly.
can see it's bubbling, and it's got this sort of scummy layer on the top. And that layer is actually the calcium from the egg shell. Because vinegar, of course, is an acid. It's got
Okay.
acetic acid in it, and that sort of etches away the shell. Now, Lauren, go ahead and stick your finger in there. And
Is it going to, am I going to burn myself?
It'll be fine. It's just, look out! What does it feel like?
Ew, it's like a mushy.
It feels a little mushy. Now, that's only after... Here, I got it.
Technically
Here's a towel for
speaking,
you.
it's a mushy.
It's a mushy.
Now, that was only after one day in the vinegar,
my
right?
gosh.
But if you let it sit, and this is really cool, if you let it sit for several days, now this is very gentle, so I'll have you go ahead and take that.
It wasn't hard-boiled.
Not hard boiled, that is a completely raw egg.
Look at it, it's like jelly. Look at that.
I see, yeah.
See? The shell isn't hard anymore.
It's like a
The
mushy.
shell is gone. There is
oh,
no
the shell's
shell.
gone.
There is no shell.
Oh,
And
that's
here you go.
crazy.
Take that
okay.
one. It's a little bit bigger. Now that one I actually left in the vinegar for about 4 or 5 days, and the membrane on the inside of the
Oh,
egg
that-
is permeable, and so some of that vinegar actually goes inside the egg and made that one swell. Lauren's, yours, I took out of the vinegar and put in water to stop it from swelling up. But if you look closely, even up at the lights, you might be able to see the yolk through the shell, because, or I'm sorry, through the membrane.
The membrane.
Yeah,
'cause there is
it's
no
got that
shell.
yellow tint.
A little bit. So that's a really cool thing you can do at home. And have you guys ever colored Easter eggs?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right, so you drop those little fizzing tablets in, and then usually the instructions say, add a teaspoon of vinegar. It's like, what the heck? Why the vinegar?
yeah.
Well, the vinegar's there to sort of etch away some of that outside of the shell.
And so the dye sticks.
Dye can stick better, so you get
That's
much
really
more
cool.
nicely dyed eggs.
So I got to ask you, you have your propane fuel.
We do, we do.
Are
So
we lighting something on fire?
Love
we
when this
are.
happens.
We're going to light something. Well, kind of. So here's a challenge that we do at the Science Center. We ask people, is this possible to get this egg, this is a hard-boiled egg, now,
Okay.
Okay.
into this jar without just smashing it in there, right? Because that's the temptation, is to whack it. You don't want to. We'll use science to try to get the egg inside the jar. And it's actually really easy. Now, this is not, you would not do this
Try-
at home with the
don't
torch.
try this at home.
Go ahead and hold that for
okay.
me, Lauren. What I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up the air inside this jar, okay, with my torch. We'll get it warm.
Grab your local torch.
Now, all right, Lauren, go ahead and pop the egg on
Okay.
top. Just set it there. Since I've warmed up the air
look at that.
inside,
Look at it.
inside, it's slowly cooling down now,
Yeah.
and the egg,
Humpty Dumpty
Oh, did I
sat
do
on a
something wrong?
jar.
you know, this is the beauty of science.
Yes.
Let's try it again. Or listen closely here.
Excuse you.
You hear that? Exactly. Let's try it one more time.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Thanks for watching me
Yeah,
there.
I
Oh,
like
it. One
okay,
more
okay,
time.
okay, okay.
what I can.
Light on
Now,
fire.
normally you would do this with a little match or something you drop down inside the container. I'm using the torch just to try to make it a little quicker here. And we'll
Did I
see
do
if this is
right?
actually,
Television.
well, you know, it's okay. What's happening now
look
is
at it
the
Sinking.
air inside is cooling, taking up less space, and the atmospheric pressure outside should be pushing that down inside. Now, sometimes it does take a little bit of time, and of course, yeah, that is certainly one way to do it. Just to whack it.
But it's there. You can see the
Yeah, it's
progression.
starting to.
It's starting to slowly drop down in there.
Nice.
That's very cool.
In fact,
And so these are some of the experiments that kids can see if they come to Imagination Station, right?
yeah, these are things that we're doing. In fact, we're doing some other really cool stuff with eggs all throughout the day. So if you want to come down and learn some really cool things with eggs, this is the place to do it. So pouring that cold water over the bottle sort of is cooling.
Wait for it.
There we go. Look at that.
Hey, Mazel tov.
Where's the plate? I want to throw it and break it.
Now, The other challenge is, how do you get the egg? Now, unfortunately, our egg sort of scrambled inside there.
Yeah, how do you get it out?
How do you get it out?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Maybe you put the torch back in, light it on fire, and incinerate.
That gets kind of tricky. Now, since our egg broke here, it's not going to work for us today, but we fall back to our friend Alka-Seltzer.
Oh.
All right. Well, what I would do is I'd take a few tablets of Alka-Seltzer, break them up, drop them down inside there, throw some water in, and the Alka-Seltzer has an acid and a base in it. When you add water, it'll start to fizz, give off carbon dioxide gas,
Yep.
and it'll pop the egg
No kidding.
right out.
That's
Well, you
awesome.
flip it upside down,
But you flip it upside down. All right.
Shoots it right out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carl Nelson at
Yes.
Imagination Station every
Well
day but
done.
Easter, right?
Every day
You guys are
open,
open?
every day except for Easter in the month of April because of spring break.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
Thank you so
Come on down, check
much.
it out.
Very,
Sure.
very
It was
cool.
very excellent. Sorry. Up next, a new